Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Nick, and it is just a Honda Accord. And I'm coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and the temperature again is 70 degrees. And on this week's episode, I'm going to be installing the OEM mud flaps. So let's get started. So this is what was in the box that I received. It has the 4 different mud flaps labeled which side they go on, and then a little bag of hardware. I think the only things I'm going to need to do this job is that little pick and this little tool, mini tool kit that I got from Harbor Freight that has a really low profile screwdriver in it. And if you're curious, this is what's inside of that little icon toolkit that I have. This thing I think I got on sale for like 25 bucks. And it's been super handy for tightening hardware, like on faucet handles and door, door handles and things like that. In addition to just having a low-profile screwdriver to use, so it's very, very compact as well. Hopefully this angle works out. We'll see how it goes. So I need to puncture a hole in this clip here with my push pin. Right in the center, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. It's pretty brittle, okay? And that whole center section there kind of gave way, so that'll be able to screw in one of the provided screws. Now I need to remove these two, and you don't need something this low profile, though it's nice to have when you need it. And just gonna pull this. This one's got some dirt in the threads there. Don't want to strip.
Here's how to put on a mud flap. First, there's the inside. Put that like this. Then start with the furthest screw hole. Put a screw in there. Get it ready. Then the easier hole will be the lower one. But the hardest one is the upper. So
Okay, so on this one, we need to pull this screw, and then there is one more underneath, and it is this round head screw here that we need to pull. So after torquing a screw down in that, it'll have enough tension to hold. And then you can go ahead and pop this guy up here and get things lined up. You can hear it go right in, and this will actually be my first bolt I start on. Then I'll work my way around the perimeter. So probably the hardest part of the install, it's not very hard, it's just this screw underneath the car, getting the bolt holes lined up. There's I think there's 4 layers of holes to line up. So there's this liner here, got this plastic, and I think there's a spring nut in there. And I just found kind of pinching these together and shimmying this, and once I got it right into place, I just made a sandwich, if you will, and got my screw started. So here is how the rear mud flap looks. And comparing one side with versus without. All right, so this is the finished product. Yeah, you can definitely see they stick out a pretty good amount. I'd actually noticed on a couple of the rear wheels there was already some chipping on the paint right on the edge from rock chips fitting up, so this definitely would have protected against that. And I think they look pretty good. They're pretty subtle for being a pretty big mud flap. So that is how you install the mud flaps on the Integra Type S. I'm guessing at a dealership, if you paid them to do this job, they would probably charge you an hour to an hour and a half of labor. Saving you $100-ish bucks if you do it yourself. So really not that hard, just as long as you have that low profile screwdriver to get into those tight areas. So that's going to wrap it up for this week's episode. And on next week's, I'll probably be installing the OEM cargo net. And that'll do it. I'll see you next time. Take care.